Good morning, guys. So we got the notification this morning that it was a yellow flag at the beach. Looked very pretty. So we decided to come to Mariana and come check out the caves. Finally, we've been talking about coming here for a while now. We're really excited. We got here at 10:30, and the soonest tour time was 12:30. So make sure that if you want to come, you come as early as you can. We were able to leave the park, go grab some delicious brunch, and make it back just in time to walk around a little bit and get ready to go on the tour. So, excited?
It was perfect timing. So yeah, make sure that you get here and check in before anything, like the first thing you do, because you're not going to be sure of that time frame window to get a tour guide. So I'm glad that we did that first, and this has been on our bucket list for quite a while. I think this is the only caverns in the whole state of Florida, and the photos we've seen look phenomenal. It looks so cool. So cannot wait to go underground and explore.
Also looking forward to that 65-degree temperature because it's like 100 today. First order of business, a Souvenir Penny. That one? Okay, so turn the handle until it's on the arrow. Right there. There you go. There you go.
Yay.
Let's see.
How pretty.
Oh, cool. So this is the little museum upstairs. Downstairs is where you buy tour tickets and a little gift shop. But they have a theater on the left side for anybody who doesn't want to go in the caves. You can experience it digitally. I'm not sure why you'd want to do that, but yeah, it's here if you want it. Just some old artifacts. Yeah, turpentining was a really big deal in the Panhandle. But like Michelle said, I'm pretty sure this is the only caves in Florida.
And it's only an hour and a half away from 30A.
Yeah, it's an hour and a half drive from 30A.
Super easy drive.
So this is what it looks like inside the cave, sweetheart. See these? So these are called stalagmites. They come up from the ground, and then there's stalactites, which come down from the ground.
So this is gonna be all around us in there. Push to here.
This is cool. It's a cross section of a stalactite.
I don't think so.
No, it's just a message. It plays like sound.
The original entry room was the first area of the cave to be explored in 1937. It's also one of the closest points to the surface, as the ground level is
Yeah. So there are bats in the cave. Look how cute.
They're cave bats?
Yeah, man. See, they all hang from the ceiling like that. What do you think?
No.
Yeah, way, man. So look, that shows you how caves are formed. So see at the top, the water goes down and it digs out the cave over millions of years. Okay, so we're about to meet with our tour guide. Tour guides are mandatory. You can't just like wander around the caves. Obviously, they don't want anybody like vandalizing or getting lost or stuck or anything in the cave. But anyway, if you're a Florida resident, I highly recommend, if you enjoy coming to the state parks, to go ahead and get an annual, I guess it's an annual pass, I don't really remember, but it saves you the park admission fee, which can really tally up over time, so it's worth having. And I'm being summoned. Let's go.
Is everybody ready?
Yeah!
Alright, let's get in that natural AC.
Alright, here we go. You ready?
No.
Let's go catch some bats.
Stop it.
And get some guano.
I don't want to use guano.
Alright, just a short little walk down the way right here, and we're to the entrance.
I still can't believe that there's people who willingly go into these things. They're like, let's explore this.
Ooh, it feels good down here.
It feels really good.
Thank you. Y'all just watch your step.
Yes, ma'am. There's our guide, Miss Casera. Just watch your step, okay, Liz? And give your eyes a minute to adjust.
This is so cool.
Look at that, Mama.
went from one temperature to another really fast can affect everybody a little bit differently. At any point throughout this tour, if you start to feel uncomfortable or you just want to get out of here for any reason at all, please let me know because I'll completely understand. We have 3 exits throughout the cave. I'll take you to the one we're closer to at the time if you do want to leave. So before we start, is everybody feeling okay?
Yes.
No.
Luna.
Sorry, she's
Right.
good.
Great. So if your eyes are adjusted, we can start walking down this little pathway here.
So you see how the bottoms have water on them? That's how they form. They drip and they drip and they drip. It takes like many years to make all this. Go ahead, guys.
Okay, watch your step, baby.
Down we go.
Yeah, and like these rocks right here, they've got rocks out of the quarry, or they even recycle some that we got from the cave, and they use it to line our So many years ago, the whole state of Florida was under a warm, shallow sea. So just imagine fish, dolphins, maybe even sharks swimming all around us right now. Whenever a fish got injured and passed away, it would sink to the bottom of the ocean floor. There it would get covered up by sand, seashells, and even more sea life. Over time, this made piling. That piling made pressure, and that pressure is what made all of our limestone. So we are going to get to see a few cool fossils today. But on the way to our first official room, I do want to warn y'all, there are a bunch of puddles throughout the entire cave. And we're about to be going through what's known as the tuck and squeeze. So watch your head and be careful.
Look, Luna, see how it's sparkling? Just little crystals. Watch your head.
Oh my.
Here we go. Hi.
Even Michelle has to duck.
Yes, I do.
I don't really have to duck. I don't have to duck.
Oh my gosh, look at
Is it freezing cold, Daddy?
Look how amazing, Luna. Oh my gosh, look how beautiful.
Look how clear it is.
I want to get in there. I want to get in there.
Wow.
Go, go, go.
That is beautiful.
That is so pretty.
They're working their way.
Oh my gosh, look. I see drips. Oh, we're not touch this?
Yeah, it's a hand wheel.
That's a big
Okay, we all
bat.
have kids.
That's quite the screech.
We actually have 3 to 4 weddings in this room a year, and it costs $150 to get married inside this cave.
That's not bad.
Yeah, you don't even have to
Well, you
worry
gotta
about
keep
hiring
nudging
a
me,
decorator because that's already
Get the house in the
Married
truck
in
first.
the
So here's what the paperwork is. Does anybody want to take a guess at the music we may want
Where's
to
the
hear?
bag?
I'll give you a hint.
I don't know if
Daddy,
there's a bat.
where's the bag?
I don't see any bats.
Oh, it's in your hair.
Some Count Dracula music?
I don't see any bats.
There's no bats in your hair.
You don't even
He's
have to
only
worry about
joking.
bringing curtains because the drapes are up as well. So hanging tight to the ceiling are our stalactites, and if you're not careful, you might trip over a stalagmite. So that's the catchy catchphrase I was taught to tell the difference between the two. When the two come together to make one, that's what's known as a column. And then our drapes just form from water depositing minerals and going over the same course of flow for many years on a slanted angle. So does anybody have any questions before we continue?
How deep are we right now?
Right now, we're about 55, 60 feet. Throughout the tour, we slowly work our way back up.
Oh, drop right in my ear.
Watch your step, my angel. Woo, that's cold water.
I know.
Just dripped on me.
Listen, seriously. Indiana Jones.
Oh my gosh, it's dripping a lot
Oh,
right here.
that was cool.
Oh God.
It's cold too.
I can manage.
It's dripping. Touch it, Lou. It's cold.
Oh yeah, I felt it a little.
Wow.
touch the stone, but I could touch that.
Wait, what, baby?
Oh, sorry.
You can ask her. Jason. I'm gonna ask you a question from one of our groups. If those rocks are busted open, do they have any of the little crystals or little rock things?
They're just limestone.
They're just limestone. Thank you.
Take it out the fire.
This is so cool.
Over here it looks like some yummy chocolate. That chocolate is manganese. Manganese can be found in soil. Then up here, that rusty brown color, that's from iron. Iron is in clay. In our ground, it's really weird. Looks like a big brain. This is a man-made floor. Up here's the original. You can see why this was dug out for us so we wouldn't be tripping and bumping our heads. We do call it the fracture room for learning purposes, but we gave it a nickname of our own. We like to call it the Donald Duck room because we do have a duck in here, and Mr. Donald sits right up there on his little log.
That's right.
It's not bad.
You see the stone that looks like it's
Feels like I'm in line for Pandora.
Sorry, down my bifocals. I can't see it.
Wow.
Oh, Mama.
This is the Trump cave.
There is no airflow in this cave, so a lot of times when you look at the surface, the water's so still it appears to be a mirror. This big main pool eventually branched off and made smaller baby pools. The baby pools up front are what are known as cascading rimstone pools. They are empty right now, but on the occasion they all will fill back up with water. It just takes a little bit of time.
Cool. See the water? Look at the
Up in here. Up in here. See it?
pool.
But once you're able to take a good look, just let other families come forward to see. And this fossil actually comes from a lemon shark.
Oh, there's a fossil in the ceiling, Luna. Come see.
Oh, okay. I'm looking for something flat, laying. Oh, that is so neat.
That tiny little nub sticking out.
Yeah.
It's just poking through right there.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's the fossil of a lemon shark. Ooh, fish, right on.
So would y'all like to experience complete and total darkness?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, hold my hand.
Like the dark.
Hold my hand. It's gonna go pitch black in here for a moment, okay?
So if you have a phone, could you please put it on sleep mode for a few seconds? That way it just don't glow in the dark or anything. But I'm going to turn this main light off, and on the count of 3, I'm going to turn my flashlight off. And if you'd like to, hold your hand in front of your face, and it'll get so dark in here you won't even be able to see your hand. But also, when I turn the light off, I want everybody to be really, really quiet for me, because I got a question for y'all. 1, 2, 3. So if you listen really, really close, are you able to hear anything?
Water.
Good. You may be able to hear water dripping. That's actually rainwater. It takes 6 weeks for rain to get into our cave. Then if you see this, the first guys to ever come down here had a carbide lamp on their head. It was an oil lamp. This light would have been coming from their forehead. It would have been equivalent to this lighter, if not even more dim. This is all these guys had to see and work on the caves with a pickaxe, shovel, and wheelbarrow for 4 years. Now y'all watch. If someone were to call Mr. Billy Bob and he would have turned around real fast to see who it was, there went his lamp. If Billy Bob were to hit his head on a rock, ouch, there went his lamp. So what would have Mr. Billy Bob done in this pitch black darkness without a flashlight or anything to see? Well, we'll find out in the next episode of Cave Tours. But now if y'all all look up at the ceiling, you may be able to see it glow and reading the word gullible. Behind me is the only man-made hallway throughout the tour. There is a thermometer on the right-hand side of the wall. It remains about 65 to 68 degrees down here year-round because limestone is a great insulator. It fixes the high and the low, and it finds a nice little median. So on the way through, y'all be careful because it is very slippery on the left side. Also, we may have to duck like Donald a bit through the hallway because the ceiling does come down a little low. A bunch of caves too, but this is the only one you could actually
Good, guys. Come on, there's people behind us.
The rest are like on private property or something like that.
The only cave you can go back this way?
Sure.
Yes, in Florida.
Thumbs up.
This is our waterfall room. We call it that because these two big flow stones kind of resemble waterfalls. And at the base of this one, there's some more cascading rimstone pools like in the last room. But this room is another great example for fossils because we have a ton of seashells all throughout our ceiling. So see if y'all can find any.
Luna, look.
Luna, this is prehistoric.
All of this is shells.
Is this like dinosaur seashells? Is that
Yeah.
fair to say? Is that accurate to say?
Yeah, they're fossils.
Okay, so these are like dinosaur seashells.
All of them up there.
And the reason why this ceiling's real holy compared to the other rooms we've been in is because when Florida was under that warm, shallow sea, this was a huge sea coral colony. So it would have been a big city for a bunch of sea life. So behind me is what's known as the Enchanted Forest. On the way through, there are a couple puddles. Be careful not to touch, but be even more careful not to bump your head on any stalactites, especially towards the end of the hallway.
You and Mommy go first.
Yeah, I see some puddles.
Just watch your step, take your time.
It's pretty.
No,
let me hold it.
This doesn't even seem real.
Try to step in good.
It's a puddle right here.
Like dripping off my face. Okay, we gotta make room for everybody else.
Look at this, Michelle.
Yeah, that lamp is actually like an example of what the CCC would have had, but that would have actually came about 10 to 20 years after they had excavated the cave. So that's a bit newer than what they would have had.
What's the box?
Yeah, it's cool, right?
The box is the first aid kit. We keep those hidden in almost every room, but some of them aren't as hidden as others.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
That's just a stalagmite.
Somebody could trip over.
It looks like
Yeah. Well, it serves a very special purpose in this room.
how that one
That's why it's
cracked?
still there.
Sheer.
Discovery room, but I like to call it the rambling room because I feel like I don't ever stop talking in here. This room does come with a brief history lesson. Just please bear with me and be respectful. So the guy that found this cave, his name was Oliver Chalifo. He was actually the head engineer around here. He was hired just to try and locate a cave. They knew there were caves on the property because that's where the Native Americans used to go to get out of bad weather. Nobody had just actually seen one before. Well, one day while on a walk, Mr. Oliver got lucky and he found a really weird hole in the ground. Don't ask me why he dived in. I'd be scared a snake would jump out at me. But he did, and that was up this pathway where those boulders are way up there in the year of 1937. They didn't have a light switch or anything like that, so they'd have to tie a rope around the base of this dead stalagmite and the other end around their waist, and they'd go looking throughout the entire cave. And if their lamp were to go out, they'd crawl back here using that rope to guide them so they'd be safe. Eventually, though, they got tired of tripping over that rope, and one of these men was really, really smart. He got the idea to bring his lunch plate down here. This man made the discovery that if he were to put his lamp in front of a porcelain dish, the dish reflected the light and it lit up the entire room. So that's why we have 64 plates throughout our cave. And then if you see that gunk around it, that's all cave mud that the CCC used to hide our electrical wiring. Then this panel, we also had one in the fracture room, but we got a few of them throughout the cave. They all used to work our cave lights up until the year of 2018 when Hurricane Michael hit. Now we control our lights outside of the cave besides the exception of the South America room. And that's just because we've always used that room to demonstrate just how dark it can get down here.
Which outside?
Well, that's
I don't know, I just keep looking. I think you get a fight in with them with wonderful shoes. Oh, it's gotta be pretty slick too, huh? Sandals? No, maybe not. They're in the better ones.
Cool.
Oh, they put the lights, but they may have a view that's green color, you know.
Sorry, baby.
He says, no, you're not.
All the fractures in the column. It's split. Ow! I'm not tall enough to get hurt by that.
Did you say ow?
So when the CCC was down here working, in that time period they had on hard sole shoes. I'm not sure if they were wooden. You may can fact check me on that. I just know they were hard and not like today's rubber soles meant for grip. And as we have all seen, these floors are wet and slippery. So as they'd be coming up and going down this hill, they'd grab onto this post to steady themselves so they wouldn't fall. If y'all remember me explaining how our hands have oils that could cause our formations to potentially die, well, that's exactly what happened here. That's why this formation is brown in color towards the middle of the post from all that oil. And that's also why we say no touching, because it absolutely does happen.
Ooh. It's cold and slippery.
Isn't that really cold?
It's much cooler than it is outside. You can see into the next room.
You look through there and like move your head, you can see it sparkling in the back. Like, and then move your head back and forth, it sparkles. Oh, here, switch things. Would y'all like one all together?
Oh, I just got half of your head.
You two together?
How you doing, man? You wanna come up?
I was Here's the flash.
Our boss stays on us about that every 5 minutes. Before the CCC came down here, they pretty much told Mr. Oliver, I do not want to go in that cave. It's real dark and I've never been down there before, so I just don't know what to expect. I can't do it. So Mr. Oliver rounded up a group of men that could. These guys were all really short and scrawny, not picking on them or anything. They were specifically chosen this way to do a certain job. Their job was to army crawl on their stomach and elbows, so really tight nooks and crannies, map it out and hand a blueprint to the CCC so they would know what to expect. Some of the spots the Gopher Gang had to navigate through were as low as 12 inches in height. Doesn't that sound like fun?
No. And now we're going into the catacombs.
See? So right now I could say I am very lucky to be short. I don't need to do it all down here. Having a great time. Watch your head, Jason. Watch your head.
I kind of stay stooped back here. Okay. What's up, guys?
Wow. It was just a huge obstacle course of spelunking adventure. Except I'm sure they didn't have too much fun. But on the way to our next room, y'all please be careful. The ceilings do come down a bit lower. Y'all please watch your head, because I promise these migraines will last you the rest of the day. Take my word for it.
$1 a day. $1 a day.
Luna's a brave explorer.
Come on, he's like that lady.
Keep going, baby.
Daddy,
Yeah, mate. I'm right here, my love.
I don't have to go.
October 10th, 2018, Hurricane Michael came through. It was a Cat 5 when it hit us. Took out 80% of this park's tree population. We just got our blue hole reopened. It's a spring you can swim at. And our hiking trails, we're still waiting to hear about our RV campgrounds and canoeing and kayaking. But they're planning for that to be back October of this year. And it will be posted on our website when that does happen. But I do hope y'all come back out and see us one day. I really enjoyed having y'all in my group. Did y'all have a good tour?
Yeah.
Great. And if you didn't have a good tour, then my name is Savannah. But before I let y'all go today, I have one more challenge for us. This is what's known as tall man's torture, short man's revenge. It's about 4 foot high and stretches for 22 feet. I think we'll all be able to manage pretty well. Y'all just please watch your head and be careful. Also, do not step in our water puddles because we do have crawfish that make that their home.
I think there's a crawfish over
Oh, there's one in
Oh,
there.
yeah?
Look at that.
There's a crawfish over here.
There's one right there.
Where?
See that dark thing? That's crawfish. Oh, and there's something moved over there too.
Isn't that funny? Wait around here. Why? Watch your head.
Wait, no, you can't get in the water this morning.
You go by mommy?
Sound like you like each other.
Okay. There we go. Here you go, mommy. No, I got it. Go ahead.
Big gnarly thing there.
You know, it's crazy that we did this for because I'm not gonna
See the plate up there?
Yeah, the porcelain. There's another plate to reflect the water. I mean, the light, not the water.
You kind of can't.
Go around to the right. To the right. Right here.
There's a big puddle. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you like the cave?
Yeah, watch the puddle here now. Go to the right.
All right. Thank you, Cave.
Okay.
Almost got me that time.
Y'all be very careful.
Oh, drips. No, I don't want to get
Thank you so
stuck.
much.
Thank
You're
y'all.
awesome.
Thank you, Casera.
Thank
You were
you.
awesome.
I'm glad y'all liked
Much of this
it.
has like not been explored.
That was
Well, we don't know if we've never.
What you think, Lou? It's about to get a lot warmer.
Well, I'm just saying, you guys wouldn't let me go do it.
Oh, it's right. Oh, God. So right.
Whoo!
The same way that we came out.
So right.
Oh yeah, it's July in Florida.
Wow, it feels good out here.
Feels good out here.
Quite the opposite. What'd you think, Luna?
That was incredible. That was so cool.
Well, there it is. All right, so there you have it. Florida Caverns State Park. Definitely recommend. I'm trying to remember what the cost was. It was like it's like $10.75 for adults, and obviously less for kiddos. And admission, if you don't have the pass, is like $5, I think. But they got all kind of stuff here. They had a couple of things closed from Hurricane Michael in 2018, but she just told us the spring, what's it, the Blue Hole?
Yeah.
It's called the Blue Hole. It's a spring-fed body water, so it's really cold, but it probably feels amazing right now. I could jump into it. But that's open. They've got the Chippewa River. You can kayak, rent canoes. They've got pavilions. So plenty to do here. You could easily make a day out of being here. But that was fantastic. We're passing the entrance to the cave right now where we went in. What was your favorite part, Luna?
Don't ask me that.
Don't ask you that? Okay.
I like all of it.
Yeah. How about you, Mommy?
I like all of it.
The bigger room with the red and the blue.
The South America
And
room?
then when she turned off all of the lights, it was really cool.
Yeah.
I liked all of it.
You liked all of it? But felt really good down there, especially today. And
Big B.
Big B just flew by Michelle's head. But it felt really good down there, and really cool history, hearing about you know, how it was discovered and how it was developed over the years. The older I get, the more of a history buff I become. So really cool experience, highly recommend. I think we're gonna wander around the gift shop a little bit and then mosey our way back home. Pretty casual Thursday. All right, so here's the gift shop. This is where you buy your tour tickets. No gnats. Some keepsakes, some pretty good coffee mugs. I'm digging these camp stove ones.
Oh yeah. It looks like an alligator claw.
Some postcards, some bear claws, patches and pins, walking sticks. Some plushies. Ooh, bobble friends. Boing, 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 boing. Hello, Rita. A little old lady, our Mima Luna. With some coonskin hats. Mommy's looking for a cavern shirt. This little dude. That would be like an amazing place to hide for a storm. I don't think there's any Bigfoot here. But they've got all the employees that work here. We have water in the car, love. There's Casera, that was our tour guide.
Thanks for the tour.
Oh, thank y'all.
You're welcome.
Y'all drive safe.
Tour guides. Kind of little gemstones and stuff. Luna, you saw the crystals? Amethyst. And just some grab and go stuff. They have some ice cream and drinks down there. So, pretty cool. Alright guys, we'll grab some Gatorades because it's stupid hot today and we're going to head home. It was so cool. I'm glad we finally did this. It was definitely worth it and I highly recommend anyone. Again, get here early, get your name in so that you're set to go, and then they've got some cool little local spots around here. You can explore downtown Mariana, but it was really nice.
This was one of the coolest things I have ever done. Seriously, like, we'll forever remember it. And now when we travel to other places outside of Florida, I'm looking forward to trying to find more caves to explore because this was so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really, really neat just seeing all the little nooks and crannies. It made you want to like climb through them, which I'm claustrophobic, so maybe not. But it was really cool. So that's it, and see you all later.
Thank you, Mariana.
Sign off.